If you're private chaos on eBay, then I would recommend you don't watch this video. That said, Warhammer models. I've recently acquired a batch of them, secondhand off of eBay via Private Chaos, an eBay seller, and now I've got a number of these things, although this one will probably remain because it's very well done. But there's a mass of them all down here, loads of them. And first off, before I do anything else, I've got to make them strip for me. Let's get the paint off these and see where we are, and then we can paint them. But stripping them first, that'll be stage one in today's video. I did film this just now in the kitchen and then realised that you can hear the fan going constantly, and that's all you can hear. So the whole way through the next bit you'll get so I apologise for that. Now first off, that would seem a waste to paint straight off, so I'm going to leave a couple of these. These few are pretty good. There is a whole box of them. It smells like a tattoo parlour in here. It smells of Dettol and isopropyl alcohol, because I've started to try and strip them down, and these were put into some isopropylene for a bit but watered down, and now I realise that it's just going to be pure, so I'm going to try that. But this pot is in, these are in Dettol. I read it and someone said use Dettol, so I tried it. I bought some Dettol and used it, and it's kind of working, but it's also rotting them, so I've got to get these out pretty quickly. I've got some bikes and some really cool stuff. At the moment these are actually in bleach because I'm trying to wash away the Dettol, because the Dettol was just making everything turn to black gook, making my hands absolutely sticky. You can see around the edge of the pot, that's what it's done to the paint. It's turned everything into smeary black sludge. So should you ever want smeary black sludge, I think anti-climbing paint is Dettol paint. There's a tip for you. But now I've got to clean all these off. Some protective gear, I think. Those isopropylene ones, I've got to put mask and all that on to brush down. So let's see how we do. Okay, we're going to start by trying to clean off these, because as I said, you can see the black gooiness of this. Yeah, what's that? He's pulled his backpack off. Right, I've got a brush. This is one of those things you're meant to clean around here with. It's not very good. I think it's gonna have rotted some of this glue, plastic glue. Fairly taken back. That's one. I was doing this morning and my fingers were just caked in black gook. You can see, it's horrible. It's got a metal arm. It works, but yeah, maybe Dettol for an hour, leave them to rinse, and then cover them in bleach to counteract the... Yeah, his arm just fell off. He's lost an arm and a backpack in the process, but... Isopropylene alcohol. This was watered down isopropylene, but so for the time being I'm just going to do that. Put the lid on that for a bit, leave that for maybe half an hour. It smells even more like tattooists now. If you've never been inside a tattooist, mix some isopropylene and some Dettol and you get the idea. Perfect example of the nasty Dettol effect. This one still seems to be covered in Dettol, so it's really gloopy and gooey. Some of the colouring in this is very weird. Many of them are grey, but some of these are pink and purple. They're like gooey. Right, that took me about 20 minutes, half an hour to scrub them down, and they're now like that. So, Dettol is horrible to work with. It makes everything gloopy and turns everything to like tar. Put them in bleach, that'll work better. It kills the Dettol and then you can brush it all off. Now we'll move on to this lot. And snap. They don't snap because they're rubber rather than vinyl, which is the ones that snap. He's not been painted because he's still quite cool and I quite like the paint job. I do also have, dropping things on the floor as usual. I have a selection of untouched and unpainted or just primed, but now isopropyl alcohol. Okay, mask, gloves, and as you can hear there's a vent there. I'm going to say they've definitely cleaned off a lot quicker and easier. This is taking more time. The gloopy Dettol and then bleach might actually be a better version, more of a mess, because that's not clean. If you use this watered down solution as a rinsing agent, that's 50-50 ISO and water. There we go, some stripped down Space Marines. My conclusion is Dettol. Dump them in Dettol, leave them for a while, a couple of hours or so, and then drain the fluid off and dump them into bleach and then scrub them. It is a bit more gooey and disgusting and you end up with anti-climbing paint on your fingers, but they are better than the isopropyl alcohol. The isopropyl does that. Absorbs the paint into the plastic, so that's gone really red, really weird, whereas the Dettol versions tend to be more stripped down, a lot more messy, but it's better and it's easier to scrub them off, get a file brush and sand them off. Meet Private Chaos. This is going to be named in honour of the person that sold me all of these, because I've counted them, I've got 42 models plus a bag of extra bits which have all got to be painted in my colours which I've worked out, and my squad, my names and my reason, plus I've got a leader which I've got paints and so forth, all of which will become clear when I get around to painting these in a separate video. So for today I'm leaving it here with some stripped models. Yeah, 42 models to paint, so there's a whole video unto itself. If this video was entertaining and useful and fun and so forth, then please do remember to give a thumbs up and share this with somebody. If somebody who is thinking about stripping down their models and starting again and not sure which way to go, hopefully this will be helpful. Dettol and then bleach. That is my recommendation. If you want to leave me comments about how to go about painting these up in the next video, good tips for somebody who's got rather shaky hands and fat fingers, I have these things. The crocodile clips. That's a hint for another thing. That's coming up first. These have got to be painted first. The Demonettes of Slanesh models that I've had for a few months since before Christmas and I haven't got around to doing, they've got to be done first and then these. So if you want to see them, hit the subscribe button down there and come back to see me painting Warhammer-esque models. We'll see you soon. Bye. We will wobble back to the past when I've just filmed the other thing. I filmed this yesterday. This is filmed yesterday and that's filmed tomorrow. Alcohol intent. Good weekend. Just to say, I had an added thing. I've written Private Chaos on the bottom of him. Sorry about the noise, the buzzing of the fan. I didn't realise it made that much noise. It's been going for about a few months.
But basically that goes off all the time and it's an annoying noise. Hence I've re-recorded this in here rather than doing it in there because the noise was driving me mad. But all the way through the video you can hear, that's what I live with. Another noise to add to the collection of annoying noises in this flat. Which way up is it? That way. I'm gonna shut up.